And welcome back. I'm Joseph Hoffman, and today we are learning the left-hand part for Promenade. Let's come to the piano to get started. All right, first up today, let's practice tapping the rhythm. And today we're focusing on the left-hand part. So look down here in the bass clef. Our time signature is 4/4, so we'll count 4 beats per measure. I would like you to count out loud. Don't just rely on me. Count out loud, and let's tap the rhythm of the left-hand part. Ready? I'll count 4 beats, and then we begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. If you need another shot, feel free to rewind and try again. Otherwise, let's keep going. Now, can you find where to place your left hand on the piano? Here's my middle C. See if you can find where to place the hand on your piano. The score tells us to place finger 1 on bass G, just a little below middle C. And our key signature tells us we'll need an F sharp. So my finger 2 could go ahead and get ready on this F sharp, which we can see we're going to need almost right away. Now, let's try this. I'm going to let you try and figure out the first entire line on your own. We know that we start with finger 1 on G. You know the rhythm because we just practiced it. You know we need an F sharp. Press pause and see if you can figure out the first line on your own by reading the notes from the score, and then press play and we'll try it together. Okay, let's see how you did. You should have played G, then F sharp, back to G, then F sharp, D. Okay, did you get that skip here from F sharp down to D, and then steps up to E, F sharp, G, and then what interval do we go down here? We go from G to a D, which is the interval of a fourth. G, down to D, back to G. And in solfege, remember, if we're going below Do, we have Do, Ti, La, So. So we're like going Do, So, Do at the end there. Okay? Let's try it together now. Ready, go. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Now, press pause, and this time I'd like you to practice that 3 or 4 more times with counting out loud. Get comfortable counting the beat while you play those notes, then press play to try it again with me. Good. So by now you should feel pretty comfortable with that first line. What I'm going to do this time to challenge you is I'm going to play the left hand with you. You will just play the left hand. I'm going to play both hands so you can hear how the right hand will fit in with the left hand. I'd like you to play and count the beat out loud. Try not to let the right hand part distract you. Just focus on the left hand and the counting. I'll give you 4 beats and then we'll go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now, let's go on to line 2. It's the same thing again, but piano this time. Okay, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you make any mistakes? If you did, that's perfectly fine. Mistakes are how we learn. It's by struggling through the mistakes that we do our best learning. So feel free to press pause and work on that some more, then rewind and try it again. Once you feel like you have those 2 lines pretty confident in your left hand, Then let's go on and tackle lines 3 and 4. So looking at the score for line 3, here starting at measure 9, tell me what you notice about the left-hand part. Can you find any patterns going on here? You probably see this pattern of alternating these notes. On one hand, we've got these notes stepping down. We've got this E steps down to D, steps down to C, steps down to B, and in between each of those, we have this staccato G. So we have E, step down, G, step down, G, step down, G. And when we get to this last one, we're actually going the interval of a sixth. I've got to slide my fingers over to reach that last B. E, G, D, G, C, G. Now reach down a little bit, B, G, and they're all staccato. Now I'd like you to press pause and work on those two measures on your own, then press play to go on. Now if you look at the rest of that line, you'll see that it's just like the last two measures of the previous two lines. So if we put all of line 3 together, we get E, G, D, G, C, G, B, G, then E, F sharp, G, D, G. So press pause and work all the way through line 3 this time, then press play to go on. Now let's try this challenge again where I play both hands. You just play the left hand and count the beat out loud, but I'd like you to hear how these hands sound together. They work pretty nicely together. So again, your job is just left hand, and let's go on the slow side. I'll give you 4 beats to prepare, and then we'll start. I'll count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now again, if you made some mistakes, that's totally expected. Press pause and work on that some more if you need to. Otherwise, let's talk about now how you're going to get this hands together. Remember, the secret to playing hands together is to realize when the hands are playing at the same time and when one hand or the other is playing by itself. Let's look, for example, back at measure 1 at the start of the piece. On beat 1, what's happening? Both hands play together. Then on beat 2, though, the right hand plays by itself. The left hand is still holding the half note, which lasts for 2 beats, beats 1 and 2. You'll also notice that the right hand is staccato while the left hand is not. So this is going to be a tricky technique to make one hand staccato while the other hand is holding. So let's try just measure 1 together. Get both hands in position. Turns out that finger 1 of both hands is on G. Get your hands there, and then we're going to try 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you try. So the left hand is stepping down. The right hand is start, repeat, step up, repeat. So when the left hand goes down, the right hand goes up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you try one more time. Good. Now in measure 2, the right hand skips up to C while the left hand comes back to G. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So on beat 3, the right hand jumps up to this D while the left hand goes 3, 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now press pause and try that measure hands together, then press play to go on. Good. Now so far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now here comes the fun part. In measure 3, You'll notice on beat 1 it starts together, 1, but the right hand has eighth notes. So we play together, then the right hand plays by itself, then together, right hand plays by itself, then together, right hand plays by itself for those last 4 notes. So that was it in slow motion, and in full speed it sounds like this. T, 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 T. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you keep going, then we get 1, 2, 3, 4. What I'm going to do now is let you press pause and work on as much as you would like hands together. If you want to just work on the first 2 measures, that's fine. If you want to work on the first line or even the whole piece, spend 5 to 10 minutes working on it hands together and then press play, and I'll wrap up with a few final tips. When you get to line 3 and you're working on this part hands together, notice that in measure 9, both hands are staccato. But then when you get to measure 10, the right hand is legato, but the left hand is still staccato. And that's a little bit tricky to make one hand staccato while the other is legato. So you might have to do super slow motion. And think of this hand being sticky while the left hand is being jumpy. If you go slow and really concentrate, you can get it. Both hands staccato, and now one hand legato, the other staccato. And then both hands are legato at the end of the line. All right. Once you have the left hand mastered all alone and you're ready to start tackling hands together, remember to at first go really, really slowly. It's important that the hands are mastered alone first. Then when you go together, you might start with your metronome at maybe 80 beats per minute. Or maybe even slower than that. Again, remember, don't use the metronome at all until you kind of have the notes already in your fingers. Then start really slow, and then when you can play it with no hesitations, with the notes being even and smooth. Remember, we don't want... It shouldn't sound jerky or confused like that. The notes need to flow evenly. Hear how smooth that is? That's not even. This is even. So listen for that sound in your own playing and work for that. Then you'll gradually speed it up until you're at about 120. Let's listen how that would sound. Great work learning the left-hand part for Promenade. Now it's up to you to put in lots of practice until you have it mastered. Remember, once you've mastered the left-hand part alone, then slow it way down and work it out hands together. Then use the metronome to speed it up to your final performance speed of about 120 beats per minute. Happy practicing, and see you next time. Hey, Scuba, where did George Washington buy his hatchet? You mean the hatchet he used to chop down the cherry tree? Yeah, that one. You know, that story is probably not historically accurate.
Okay, I know. But just where did he buy his hatchet?
I don't know.
At the chopping mall.
Oh. Okay, then, if we're going with the hatchet, why did Washington chop down the cherry tree with a hatchet?
I know.
Why?
Because he couldn't find the chainsaw.
Chainsaw?